all started up again when the Tea Party of Surprise asked Sheriff Joe Arpaio to investigate. He in turn asked his volunteer cold case posse dig in. Now, we spoke with the head of that team this afternoon who refused to talk to us about that so-called person of interest.
Sheriff Joe Arpaio says he suspects President Obama's birth certificate is a fake.
We believe probable cause exists indicating that forgery and fraud may have been committed.
Arpaio says his team of volunteer investigators believes President Obama's birth certificate is computer generated, and they say they have a person of interest that may be involved in that hoax.
The sheriff says maybe Congress needs to take this on next. However, he did say this may be the biggest scandal perpetrated on the American people.
Our goal in the beginning was to prove this document authentic. The problem is the evidence kept taking us somewhere else.
He says it took 6 months and 2,200 hours to come to the conclusion that President Obama's birth certificate.
It never was a paper document. It was literally created in the mind of a computer and resides on cyberspace.
And I think it's time for Washington, Republican and Democrat, to have a leader that will fight to make sure we resolve the issues rather than continuously look for partisan opportunity.
Governor Romney. Governor Romney, I just have one question for you. Admittingly, your biggest opponent is Barack Obama, and my question, sir, would be, in light of Sheriff Joe Arpaio's 6-month investigation with his cold case posse and the findings that probable cause existed that Barack Obama's long-form birth certificate and his draft registration card were forged. Don't you think it would be responsible for you in wanting to be a leader of the United States and as a candidate for the President of the United States to announce to your congressman friends or Republican key endorsement that you felt like it was responsible that Congress take up this matter and take in Sheriff Joe Arpaio's evidence in holding hearings of qualification and verification hearings for Barack Obama? Could you answer me that question?
That's good to hear, but I'm not suggesting an endorsement.
Governor Romney, could you answer that question for me, please?
Save your opinions. Save your opinions. Save your opinions. Save your opinions. And act professionally. Act professionally. Don't be argumentative with the camera.
Eric, can I ask you a question? Eric.
Governor Romney, Sheriff Joe Arpaio is the first law enforcement agency to officially make this, and it's been a 6-month investigation. Don't you think that's kind of a moral responsibility to you,
Did someone in the room
sir,
say that we don't need
especially in light that Barack Obama is your biggest opponent, and it would seem, sir, that in not asking for this hearing from Congress for the qualification verifications of Barack Obama, that you're actually endorsing fraud and forgery, sir? Is that
okay?
Is
Let
that
me
what
answer
you're
the
doing,
question.
sir?
Of course.
Governor Romney, as president, would you have signed the National Defense Act as written?
Yes, I would have.